Hi, welcome to Richard's Reviews. Today's review is G.I. Joe 2, Retaliation. This is the sequel to the first one, and there's a lot of new characters in this definitely this episode, and a few returning. So it's a good cast. I liked the characters. They're either up and coming or they're already made. The bad. They killed off most of the characters from the first one. Pretty much all of them. The ugly. As I recall, this movie was delayed for a 3D update. Like, they were supposed to be a 3D version of this movie. I didn't watch the 3D version, but I think it got delayed for like another 3 to 6 months or something like that when it came out. But that was just the worst part of it, because I kind of was expecting to watch it during a period of time, when there wasn't any other movies, but they decided to wait. Maybe it was too many movies coming out and they just wanted to push it back so they wouldn't compete. The plot kind of follows from the first one. If you watch the first one, the ending, I think, ends with is it Zoltan? One of the characters ends up being the fake president. So they've kidnapped the president, put in place a fake one, and it kind of starts off from here. And he starts making decisions, and then the G.I. Joe team gets destroyed. They get killed. I think the president called them, said they did something evil, kills off everybody, and so on here you see the team, and Channing Tatum gets killed. So they introduce the Rock, and then I think Scarlet Red, and then you see some other characters as well. So the idea is that they have to rebuild the team, and they need help. So I think the first thing they do is what happens was they captured the people in the first one, and they get out, and that's how the story kind of goes about. Is that the Cobra Commander, and I think some of the characters. Some of the characters get out. One of them being Storm Shadow, and so a good portion of this movie is actually they try to save Storm Shadow and explain to him that their master was not killed by who they believed. So he saw that something wrong. It was actually a setup so that he would turn evil. I forgot her name. She was in the, what do you call it? Marvel's Daredevil. She played a character in there. So she's in this movie. She plays kind of a counterpart to Storm Shadow. It's part of their school, whatever it is, same as Snake Eyes. But there's a whole sequence of them trying to get a hold of him, and it's long. And there's a lot of fighting. At least there's action there, but they try to keep the action going, I guess, with that part of the story. You have Adriana Palacki, who plays Scarlet Red. So I guess all these characters are new, actually, except for Snake Eyes. But then never see Snake Eyes, so he's the only really returning character. As you can see, The Rock's really big in the picture, but he's in the background compared to the original Joe they show as Bruce Willis, which is actually not even really in the movie until the last part of it. So it's kind of odd that he was just kind of in the movie, as not, I wouldn't say cameo, but definitely just the last part of it. So then what happens is as a fake president, what he does is he takes control of this device that can shoot irradiated pieces of metal from space. And so at the summit of all the leaders, he just tells them, get rid of all your weapons or I'll destroy you all, or something like that, something accident, or so they all have to turn off their weapons and stuff like that, and it's just kind of cheesy in a sense. So the G.I. Joe has to infiltrate and stop this from happening, so that they can get everything back to normal. So there's a lot of fighting. What you get in this box is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy. It says, and you can see the characters in the front, like I've mentioned. We'll go to the back and show. There's the fight sequence with Snake Eyes and going after saving Storm Shadow, and they show Bruce Willis again in the front, like he's really big in the movie. He's really not that much long in that movie, and then they do show Scarlet Red as doing a scene as there too. So you definitely see different things in the movie. Same thing once you take the box cover off. And then inside you would get 2 discs and the thing. I don't think they did anything special with the print on this one. I think the first one they did. They did a lot more work on it. But that's what you get in there. Rating for this movie, 2.5 out of 5. It was a bit cheesy. Some of the way that the deaths occur, there's just a lot of it. Just I don't know. If you watch it, you'd be like, it's like it wasn't as fun or good as the first one, and maybe other movies in a sense. They take light of how they kill off all these guys, like the ninjas will all get killed easily. Certain characters that they target and stuff like that. So, they try to show the magnitude of the weapon. At least they do show it. I give it that. They drop one of them and destroy something. Maybe this weapon was a little more believable than the first one. The first one was, I think, a bio-nano weapon that could kill everything, destroy everything, even, like a whole town. But this one, it's a giant, like, I don't know, satellite that shoots beam. They can shoot a metal beam down that's irradiated and just destroy everything based on just how fast and hard it comes down. And so it's there's definitely a lot of different characters they introduced, and it was an okay watch. I kind of, because they delayed it, I just lost interest at one point. I like Bruce Willis. I mean, The Rock had to kind of carry the movie at this point to revive it. So we'll see if they even get a third one, because I'm not sure how well this one did. But they did delve into, well, you know what, you can consider a third one. I think Snake Eyes is getting his own movie. So, this movie just had a few issues with it. They could have, I'm not sure why they decided to go away, but I mean, it would have been cool to have Channing Tatum still in the movie, but I guess he wanted to go a different direction with it, which is fine. So they rewrote this version of it. So thanks for watching the review. If you like it, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. Check out the other views. Also, if you have time, check out the links below for Yelp 2 or unboxing.